Hello and welcome to this video. It is not without a reason that I named my channel Military and Monetary, because apart from collecting military items, collecting banknotes is one of my big interests. And in this video I will talk to you a little about East German banknotes. I have been collecting these banknotes for quite a while, and I want to just go through the collection, tell you a little bit about the banknotes and a little history about them, and hopefully you will enjoy them just as much as I do. As we all know, after the Second World War, Germany was divided into 4 sectors. One of these sectors was the Soviet sector, which would later become the East German Republic, or DDR. The currency in Germany during the time after the Second World War was the Rentenmark. And when the 3 other sectors together formed West Germany, they introduced their own currency. And this meant that most of the old Rentenmark banknotes, they flooded into what would become East Germany, causing a massive inflation. And they handled this inflation by putting stamps on these banknotes to sort of lower the value. In my collection I don't have any of these early banknotes. I focused on the banknotes issued after 1949, after the foundation of East Germany. And the first banknotes issued by the East German government is the banknote series from 1955, and those banknotes are the ones that you see here. This first series of banknotes come in 5 different denominations: 5, 10, 20, 50 and 100 Deutsche Mark. Deutsche Mark was the official name of the East German currency between 1948 and 1964. General looks of these banknotes are pretty much similar to the earlier Rentenmark banknotes. You have no East German state symbol. The name Deutsche Demokratische Republik is not mentioned on the banknotes, and they are issued by Deutsche Notenbank, which was the official name of the East German bank at the time. They are pretty good looking. These banknotes were used for a total of 9 years, up until 1964, when the new series of banknotes were issued. Just like the 1955 series, the 1964 banknotes were printed in 5 different denominations: 5, 10, 20, 50 and 100 marks. And as you can see, the design of the banknotes really changed a lot from the first series. The state symbol can be seen on the banknotes. DDR can also be seen. And the name of the currency in East Germany changed from Deutsche Mark to Mark der Deutschen Notenbank. I really find these banknotes, they are very appealing to a collector's eye. The design is very 1960s, for example if you look at the numbers on the side here. And this is also the first time with portraits on the banknotes, and of course the most famous ones are not on the 5, 10 or 20 mark banknotes, but on the 50 and 100. Here you have Friedrich Engels and Karl Marx. And here is the back side. You have Brandenburger Tor, and of course worker related designs. These banknotes were used up until 1971 for 7 years, And in 1971 the 10 and 50 mark banknotes changed design, and in 1975 the rest of the still 5 denominations changed to the more modern design. And this is the last design of the banknotes from East Germany. The portraits are still pretty much the same, it's only different on the 5 and 10 mark banknotes. By now the name of the East German State Bank had changed from Deutsche Notenbank to Staatsbank der DDR, and also the name of the currency had changed to Mark der DDR. And the reason why they changed the name of the currency was to further distance themselves from the idea of a unified Germany. The East German currency was non-convertible, and it was practically worthless outside of East Germany. It was also forbidden to import or export the currency. And here you have the backside of the 5, 10 and 20 mark banknotes. And here you have the 50 and 100. This last series from the 1970s are the one that you usually find when you search for East German banknotes online. And if you collect them, you probably know that these are the ones that are easiest to find. But now you might wonder, what about these two? As I said, the last series of the East German banknotes only had 5 denominations, which is partly correct, because these are the last 5 denominations ever in circulation, apart from these. And these two banknotes have a very interesting background story. They were printed in 1985, and they were supposed to go into circulation, or at least that's what people believe, because the reason why they never did is somewhat disputed. There are 2 main theories why they never entered circulation. And the first one is because they were believed to raise the inflation, and that they were printed but never released because of that, because of the fear of further inflation. And the second theory is that they were printed and saved in case of a war with the West. I'm not sure about which one is true, or if any one of these theories are true. No one really is, but they still exist. And how is it possible that they do exist if they never entered circulation? That's also a very interesting story. Because when the Berlin Wall fell and East Germany was about to be united with West Germany, all of these 200 and 500 mark banknotes, together with a lot of other denominations, they were dumped by the East German government in a Cold War bunker. And they were left there to rot. But the thing is that they never did. And in 2001, 2 persons in their mid-20s, they were sentenced to 4 months in prison, because what they did was that they entered this bunker and they stole a lot of the banknotes, many of them still uncirculated. And this means that there are a lot of, or maybe not a lot of, but they are possible to find on the market, these 200 and 500 mark banknotes, but they are practically all stolen money. And this is what they look like on the back side. Really interesting backstory, to be honest. That was all the banknotes issued by East Germany as a state. However, I do have a few more banknotes that I would like to show you, issued in East Germany. And the first one is this. This is a traveler's cheque, valid for 50 marks. These cheques, of course, existed in a lot of other countries, but this is the East German version of it. It looks like this on the back side. And the next ones I wanted to show you are these. They are not really banknotes, they are cheques. And these were valid in shops called intershops. Intershops was stores in East Germany where you could buy Western products like tobacco, alcohol and stuff like that. They were open, of course, for visitors, and visitors could pay with Western currencies. It was a way for the East German government to obtain Western currency. But it was also open for East German citizens. However, they could not use East German marks, they could only use cheques like these. For example, if they had visited a relative in West Germany and they brought back West German currency, they immediately had to change it back, but only to cheques like these, which then could be used in these stores. And this is what they look on the back, printed in 1979. And here we have the last banknotes in my East German collection. These are banknotes used within the East German prison system. I'm not sure about the number of denominations in this area. Here we have 6 different denominations from 1 Pfennig up to 20 marks. These are, well, practically not banknotes, they are Wertgutschein, sort of, I'm not sure how to translate it. But they were used within the prison system for prisoners to purchase whatever they could purchase in prison. I'm not sure, probably not much. But they are interesting. So that's it. I hope you found it interesting. Excuse my poor English. I'm not an English speaker, as you probably can tell. But if you like this video, please subscribe, please leave a like. I will make more videos like these. Thank you for watching.